So here we're given a bar chart or bar graph of alkaline metals or group 1A, and that's on older periodic tables, but group 1 elements. Also cut and paste half a periodic table, so those are these elements down here. And part A is asking us to describe and explain the trend. So the trend, even without this bar graph, we know increases. The size of atoms increase as you go down the periodic table. And the simple reason for that is as you go down the periodic table, there are more energy levels. There has to be for those more electrons to occupy. So N equals 1, N equals 2. Sodium has its valence electrons in the third energy level, or N equals 3, and so on. So when this might be hydrogen, this is lithium, and this is sodium, and so on. As you go down the periodic table, those atoms get larger. All right, part B is asking us to explain the difference between the size of the atoms and their ions. These are all cations, which are positively charged ions, and metals will often lose electrons. So let's just take a look at lithium with its 3 electrons. It's got 2 in its 1s orbital, and then its valence electron will be in its 2s orbital. We know it's in clouds of probability, but just to simplify the illustration here, we'll put them in these rings, right? Once that valence electron is lost, and this is going to look the same, similar for all of these alkali metals, because they all have 1 valence electron. Once it loses that, that entire shell is gone. That entire energy level doesn't exist anymore, and so therefore the lithium cation, or the Li1 plus, is going to be much smaller than its neutral parent. Okay, and it's like, according to this, it's maybe 55 picometers versus the parent atom is 150-ish picometers, at least on this graph. Right, not only that, the remaining electrons, in lithium's case is 2, is going to get a bigger piece of that nuclear charge, whereas before it had to share with all its electrons. With 1 less electron, it's going to have more of the proton or nuclear action to the remaining electrons, which is going to bring those electrons in even farther, making those cations smaller